Helps with the algorithm. A lot of people will come on and say, hey, I didn't get a notification, and you guys hitting that seems to help a little bit. How was your weekend? How was your weekend? Tonight at midnight ends the promo code, so if you get those awesome bags and you're like, I wish I had more of these, you have a chance up until midnight. At midnight, that code ends. We're not going to change any open orders. We're not going to alter them. We're not going to add it. This is your chance. You've had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now Sunday. Bob Lester, what's up, man? Kroll, what's up? Byron Roberts. Amy, what's up? Parrish, Florida. What's going on? So, what's the news for the weekend? What are we supposed to be scared of right now? What are we supposed to be focusing on that we can't change or affect? Kilo Bravo 6, what's up? Monica, what's up? Rifleman First, what's up? Wayne Lutz, how are you? Yoder, what's up? Joe Metals, what's going on? Great Wolf, what's up? Chris Berry. Raul Rivera, what's up? Jason Hill, what's going on? Matt Harmon, hey Matt, haven't seen you in a minute, buddy. Place my order, can't wait to get the micro rig. Right on, what micro rig did you order? Good to Go Realty, what's up, man? Where are you located? Good to Go Realty, and what kind of realty do you specialize in? Hello. Love the Halloween goodies. They're pretty cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. San Antonio, commercial and residential. Right on. Durando, multicam, 8cam 4. Very cool. Very cool. We actually have those ready to ship, but if you use the code, it'll be waiting on the free bag. So probably this week. Spent all day replacing the water heater. Inflation, nuclear weapons. I think that's the buzz. You're right. Robert Turner, what's up? Chuck Peoples, how are you? Everybody have a good weekend? Oak Ridge. Derek Olson, what about Oak Ridge? Were you out at Oak Ridge? First Med backpack showed up today. Going to be a great addition. Right on. Only one showed up? Did you order them in multiple orders? That's weird. Oil change, new car, right on. Witherspoon, how are you? Mark Trammell, how are you, buddy? What's up? Got an order for your birthday tomorrow. Cool. Byron, what's up? This is what I've been doing tonight. Organizing plastic. Hi, Reddy, what's up? Jose, what's going on, man? There's another Rivera on here. I don't know if it's related to you or not. Oh, you heard me talk about it briefly with Scully, right on. Got a multicam not knowing the reds were going to be available. When we cut those, I don't think we knew either. Tiburon Blanco, what's up, man? Tiburon drives a truck. Jose there, he drives a truck too, among other things. We got some vehicle med bags somehow here. I guess I need to look and see if they're online. It's weird that these are here. No relation, right on. James Ellis, what's up, buddy? We have those cocks ready to go. I don't know if they've shipped or not, but I know that they are done and made. Just parked, Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the road tomorrow morning, right on. More hurricane cleanup. These are black covert. Nope, these are black ankle rigs right here. These are multicam black and black covert rigs. Both very well could have sold out this weekend, but inventory should be correct on them, so if you can order it, it should ship out to you. Sent email Friday. Need to verify the address. Got it, Amanda. Roll up dump pouches. Looks like we've got some Arids, a couple Typhon there. Dog training, unpacked St. Louis. A lot of thinking about next moves, right on. Tool bag organizers, tool pods, toiletry bags, small clothes bags, medium clothes bags, large clothes bags, tool aprons, split front 308 chest rigs, Raid AKM4s. Remember when I tell you guys, when dudes are like, hey, can you run this color? I'm like, they don't sell. Here's an example right here. Down 40 pounds. Right on, man. Right on. Awesome. Vince Vega, what up? How are you? These are Coles. Coles. Lawless, I think. Cole Lawless. I like these pants. I like most of the Cole pants, but let's see here. Above the law. Lots of pockets. And they have vents also, which is nice. You might start off cold, but when you get moving, you get hot. So those have vents in them, which are cool. You have shotgun rig. I'm thinking of taking fighting shotgun at tactical response. Probably not, man. We had them last week. If you're on our text and email, you would see those. We just ran some. So the website will also be correct. It looks like I do see a right hand shotgun rig here and 3 left hands, but that very well could have sold over the weekend. Monica Parks, loving the cooler temps. Yeah, me too. The Star Gang's getting bigger, right on. Sent you an email a couple days ago, need to replace a strap. Vince, send another email, just bump it to the top. What's the strap go to? Everybody get a M cab that wanted one. I have some black spent mags here also. They might or might not fit chem lights on the front. They got pistol mags on the side, chem lights. They're black. If you want one, send me an email. I'll put it online and we'll get it shipped out. That will not be a code item. If you want one, just send me an email and we'll get it handled tomorrow. Well, we'll handle it tonight, but also, oh, okay, so it looks like if you cannot get one of those multicam 12 gauge micros, I've got ODs right here that'll be built probably this week. When will MCABs run again? I don't have the answer to that, man. But knowing you and what you want, I wouldn't just buy the black one right now just to get it if you want something different. Just hang. Stuff's taking a lot longer to get here. It's weird. One of our main mills that we buy material from all of a sudden sends us a payment invoice request and a request for payment digitally now, which is weird. And they had hit us up and they're like, hey, we have all of this stuff. Do you want to buy it? And they like gave us a huge clearance price on a lot of stuff. So I feel like maybe they're in bankruptcy or something's going on because they're not shipping. Like we communicate with them. They're like, hey, this is good to go. We'll ship it out. But then a week goes by and we're like, hey, what's up with this? Oh, yeah, we'll get it out. And then like today on Sunday, we got a payment request for a $7,000 invoice. Not a problem. It's just super weird that we're being invoiced on a Sunday or a Saturday. That's typically how it's been going. So I feel like they're probably in some kind of bankruptcy and somebody else is collecting the funds that is offshore perhaps. Tiburon Blanco, just left hand. Yeah, that's what's available then, man, right now. Most likely. We could have an extra straggler hanging there, but probably not. And I wouldn't know till Monday, Tuesday. But we do have OD ones over here going. If you want one of these OD ones, just send me an email. I'll get it online ahead of time for you so you can be locked into that. Cigar case. Something a little different I was working on. So cigar pouch here, lighter, cutter right here. God, that's an ugly lighter Cody has. I bought him a nice lighter today. Hard to be a pretender if you tell me to wait. How do you email me? Just go to the website, man. It's John at original soegear.com. But if you go to the website and click send an email, those all go to me. Cody ever get his supercharger squared away? Yeah, I believe he did, man. I believe it's all. I know the supercharger's fine. The car was overheating, so I don't know where we're at this point. I know he had the thermostat in here with a bowl of steaming hot water. So I never did hear whether the thermostat was bad or what the deal was. Extra red stitching on that. Yeah, you gotta actually find the very center of that and then work off of the center for those diamonds. That's actually like Bentley stitching. Your stitching in your Bentleys are diamond like that. I gave her some of that Dixon cider you boys are always going on. Shazam, not a gripe for over 2 weeks. So my girlfriend started yapping about the SOE bill and said, just hold on a second, babe. I was scrambling what to say. So I thought, what would John Willis do? Then it came to me. I gave her some Dixon cider. You know what John would do? John would be like, yo, babe, if you got time to complain, you got time for a second or third job. If she's complaining about how you're spending money, she better make a lot more fucking money than you make. Is your Starlink working better than what you had before? It absolutely is, Zip. I need 2 more of the mesh network boosters. It drops in the very far back bathroom back there. We're going to put one outside here and one back there. Right now, it works in here great. There's a booster upstairs. There is a booster right here. And then we have a booster out in the podcast video building out there also. It works really well, really well. And right now, any place I am where it drops signal, I just click over to my Google network. I actually have 3 separate networks. I have a network in the building that is split in half that the employees have access to. So there's always a lot of streaming and shit going on that network. And then I have a separate network, Google Spot Network, I think is what it is. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of Google network. Kentucky Sustainable Living, what's up? I believe I sent an email to John with the shipping address as well. If that's the case, James, and it very well could be, when I have something relevant, like that would be, for instance, I hit print. And when I hook my computer up in the morning, it prints. But there are many days when I do not get through the printer tray. So just send that. If you sent that, just send that right back out again, and I'll forward it right to Amanda. Debating on how many gallons of Dixon cider I should bring to SRF5. I would bring as many as you can sell, man. And if it's looking like sales are slow, give away samples and boost sales. And if it looks like you have something left over, then put it into a raffle or something. I mean, we can always figure out a creative way to move inventory if need be. Hosting 3-day pistol class next. Basic pistol, then 2 days of vehicle-based training. Bob, who's teaching that, man? Who's the instructor? Anthony Brook. Anthony Brook or Brock. Did she hear my answer? If you put her on, I'll be happy to talk to her. I mean, just let me know how fast you want divorced, and what you want the outcome to be, and I'll achieve that for you. Riley 868. Yes, hit the like button, guys. There's 48 of you on here. 56 thumbs ups. Hit that thumbs up button for us. Half of them people are not on here any longer. Like, believe it or not, dudes literally see the video, they come on, hit the thumbs up here for a minute or two, and then take off. Because typically at the very beginning of the video, I show product. Jerry, 2 of his guys, right on. Yeah, she heard. Picked 4 pounds of jalapenos. Yeah, I've got a ton of jalapenos on the bushes right now, red. I need to pull them. I pulled a bunch of figs yesterday. Yesterday or today? Yesterday. SOE divorce services. Yeah, I have marriage counseling services if you need them. They might not. I mean, it could end up the way you want them to. It could be advantageous. Ordered an H harness Friday. What color H harness did you order? I saw some multicam ones go out, or at least were made. I assume they went out. Amy Lynn, what's up? I know you've gone over this before. What freeze dryer do you recommend? Well, Matt, you really only have one choice with freeze dryer, and that's Harvest Right. And what I would tell you about the Harvest Right, I got the oilless pump. Bob, are your Harvest Rights, is your situation corrected? I was thinking about that the other day. You only have one option, and it's Harvest Right. And if you're going to spend the money for a small or medium Harvest Right, I would tell you just get the large. Now, I bought the oilless pump. I think that's $1,500 more. A lot of guys are running the Premier pumps, and they seem very pleased with them. So you're probably okay saving the money because they come with a Premier pump now, I think. But buy the large. And if you tell me that you can't afford the large, what I would tell you is they have financing options. And if you apply, for instance, for a Home Depot credit card, I think you get 6 months, 0 interest. So just pay it off in 6 months. And I don't think there's a cancellation fee either. You could cancel the card or continue to take advantage of using the card. There are some advantages to the Home Depot card. And Lowe's very well might have the same thing too. Now, Harvest Right has like a layaway plan also, and then they also have some financing available, I believe. I have an affiliate code. If you go to my website, you will see a link to Harvest Right. When you click that, it will auto-populate, and it will give us a percentage of the sale. So that's nice, since you heard about it from us and we speak about it frequently. If you use that, it helps us out a little bit. Russell, what's up? Amy, you can make freeze-dried candies and sell them on Etsy. Can you freeze-dry shrimp and shell? You absolutely can. Absolutely can. I want you to know, if you freeze-dry shrimp, your entire building, to include your house, will smell like fish. We also freeze-dried canned chicken, a lot of canned chicken, and the entire building smelled like tuna fish. Not married yet, next month. She let me get an OD black suit for the kitchen, so she's a keeper. I need you to strike that word, she let me. She let me. She didn't let you. She didn't let you. Just like you didn't allow her to buy the dress she wanted. You wanted her to be happy the same way she wanted you to be happy. I need you to strike those fucking words, though, like she let me. Amanda doesn't fucking let me do anything. I don't let Amanda do things either. I take things that I know Amanda would like, and I do what is necessary to make those happen. I got mine with the Premier, but we later ordered the oilless. John, why is that? Just because you have to filter the oil every, what is it, 20 runs on the Premier pump, every 20? It doesn't seem like a big deal to filter the oil anymore, because you can do it like through a Brita water pitcher, I think. How do you get rid of fish smell in the kitchen after barbecuing fish in the kitchen? Oh, I don't have a fucking clue. I don't have a clue. Buy a better ventilation hood. Josh cooked fish here all the time, and it never smelled like fish here. Now we have this giant hood, but we don't ever use it. Like I've got some issue with it. I need to have a service come out here. I have 2 giant draw fans up inside this thing. And we've just never had a company come out here and get it up and running correctly. Old school, you're old school. We need that back in America. Dahmer used acid. What are we talking about with Dahmer? Have an outdoor kitchen. Smart Ad 2010. What's up, buddy? Not yet. Just got a box of parts and I'm going to swap everything. Bob has had it. So until Bob, I would have told you there's a lot of crybabies crying about harvest right. But I actually know Bob. And I take what Bob says to be true. And I take that to heart when it comes from Bob. And Bob has had a horrible time. He bought these things seeing us buy them. And he has had a fucking terrible time with Harvest Right and their customer service. And what it appears has happened, and my speculation, my guess, is that Harvest Right grew their orders super, super crazy through the CUFUS, and prepping became, mainstream again. So everybody bought these, and to keep up with demand, I would suspect that they used some vendors other than their normal lines of supply. And there's been terrible problems with some of their stuff. Now, I see people getting them with no issue, and I see other people getting them that have issues. But with that, buy it, for instance, through Home Depot or Lowe's or Tractor Supply, who all sell them, and pick up at the store, you could also easily return that motherfucker if you had a problem with it for almost, I would guess, no questions asked. Tad got me hooked up with 3 mini splits. Bob, I am well aware of that. And let me tell you, that is not a normal thing. That would not normally happen for somebody else. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have a well for the builder? We do not have a well. We are very lacking. That is a big hole, a big gap in our preparations here, is a well. Burn a bag of popcorn in the microwave. Oh yeah, I'll bet that would, man. I'll bet that would. Incense, maybe? Frankincense? we use fans. So like if we're cooking something super smoky, we'll use 2 fans in the kitchen and just open the back door. So one fan kind of blows towards that door and another one pushes the air out the wall, out the door. Smoke a fatty in the kitchen. After watching your videos, I bought powdered mashed potatoes and was pleasantly surprised how good it tastes. Yeah, Yogi, super easy to reconstitute also. If you whatever that video was, check out Bear Creek soup mix. It's a pretty good bag. It's probably a half a pound, big serving size. It'll make a whole bowl. For instance, they have a, you can get them at Walmart. You can get them off some online food places too. You can even, Walmart.com is really trying to compete with Amazon now. So you can buy them there. But if you want to just try them out, you can get them at Walmart. And they have like a chicken enchilada one that's really good, or maybe it's chicken tortilla soup. They have the broccoli cheese, and then they have, there's 5 or 6 of them, right? But what I like to do with them, if you want just a fast meal that will, a very hearty meal, I like that broccoli cheese, and then I'll take and pull down rotisserie chicken. So a whole rotisserie chicken, broccoli cheese, and then we'll add a ton of fresh broccoli, steamed broccoli into it. And it's a hell of a meal. It'll feed, 6 people. Fuck, we were feeding 8, 9 people. We used to watch like Doomsday Preppers at the house, and the employees would come over. So they have the Carhartt type, hoodie type for women. Oh, and you're in 27. So it'll feed a ton of people, and especially if you made like a loaf or 2 of beer bread. If you don't know what beer bread is, I need to do like a food section on the website probably, with click-through links, so you can buy those products right through Amazon that we use, because if you do that, it gives us a small percentage and takes it away from Amazon. You don't have to use those links, but Amanda makes a beer bread, and you use a bottle of beer, literally. When we first moved to Tennessee here, the first Christmas, they had these huge displays. It was a bottle of beer, and what was in it was the mix. It's just flour, a little bit of flour, salt, and then you would dump this in a bowl, and you would just add whatever your favorite beer was. And then you'd bake it for, I think, 45 minutes, and it would make this awesome bread. Spirko talked about it a lot. Amanda took a couple different recipes, came up with her own, but we use like Pale Moon ale, honey wheat ale, and it gives it a little beer taste. I'm not a beer drinker, but it's good, especially with like a really good butter on it. And then she does one that has cinnamon, dried cherries, walnuts or pecans, dried apple, like for dehydrated apple or freeze-dried. You could put freeze-dried or dehydrated stuff in these things. And it makes a fucking amazing dessert bread. So, I mean, you could have, in 45 minutes, you could have 2 loaves. You could actually do probably 8 loaves in a normal oven. And then you can make, the longest part of all of this is just tearing down the rotisserie chickens. But you could totally put freeze-dried chicken in there, and you'd have a super hearty meal just out of kind of preps. It's really nice on a cold, evening, when you're going to sit down and just hang out with the family or whatever. Nice meal. But those are Bear Creek. There's some other companies too when you search Bear Creek that you will find. And we've used all of them, and I can't really tell the difference. But you could take and have broccoli, and then when you're freeze drying things or dehydrating them, when you're dehydrating them, you want to use blanched vegetables, which means they've been steamed. All frozen vegetables in the frozen food section has all been blanched. So you can take those right out of the bags frozen, put them right on your dehydrator trays, and then they will reconstitute. If you put those in soups or stews, you would never know that those were freeze-dried or that they were dehydrated, and they're really good. 8 Bear, what's up, buddy? What's the most used equipment in your gym? I make it so let me start with the most unused, where I am lacking the most, and that's over here where the leg stuff is. The most, probably the least used is this thing here, this hyper extension. Everything else, I make it a point to use. When I come out here and I really don't want to work out, I do a set of everything, and that's my workout. So typically, I always warm up with shoulders. So a shoulder warm up, I'm going to do 3 sets, but they're sets of 60 reps. So I'm going to take these 5s, and I'm going to do 5 pound dumbbells, forwards, sides, and then rears, right? And I'm going to do that double-handed. So I'm going to do 20 reps of that, and I'm going to do 20 here, and I'm going to do 20 on the 15s. And that's my warm-up for almost anything, even if I'm doing back, if I'm doing chest, anything. But I will do an entire shoulder day a lot of times, and I will do a chest day also. And then I'll work in bis and tris typically with those also. And then back, I'll do back, and I've got a lot of stuff here for back. There's a few more pieces of equipment I am going to bring in. I'm going to get rid of this. This is a Star Trek cage. It's cool if you have any injuries or anything because it moves in 2 planes. It moves up and down, and it also moves front to back. So it's very safe if you're not super stable maybe, or if you're learning how to. But you could do bench off of it. You could do inclines. It's a Smith machine, so super duper glorified Smith machine with a weight rack built. But I'm going to replace that. I'm going to let that one go, and. But I use all of it, man, everything. The most unused is probably these heavy dumbbells. I don't lift heavy anymore. Even like just with shoulder injuries and shit, even doing incline or flat bench, I don't do anything above 55s anymore. I definitely lift well above 55. I just don't use dumbbells anymore. Favorite choice of music when you're working out? Gangster rap, man. Heavy metal. Heavy metal. I also like stuff like Hollywood Undead, Tom McDonald, any of that stuff. Love it. But mostly Tupac, 50 Cent, NWA, you know, like just old fuck the police kind of stuff. Jonathan Yeager, what's up, man? Started getting up when I wake up. It makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Huge difference, Joshua. Going back to, instead of going back to sleep, I owe that to you. Right on, man. Right on. 8 Bear Adventure, I am great, buddy. How are you? How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? To successfully enter the promo code, thanks for the freebie, was able to order on Saturday morning and somehow is able, yeah, imagine that. If only every text and email we sent out had a button and you just pushed it and it auto-populated it for you. Crazy, I know. I bought 2 large harvest rights in June 2020. Worked great for 6 months, then both started having vacuum issues. Changed the pumps, software upgrades, miscellaneous troubleshooting, and now a box of parts. Fucking nuts, man. Broccoli, cheese, chicken, broccoli sounds really good. They're very good, man. Also, like talking about those rotisserie chickens, be aware, Walmart has some shenanigans going on there. So you remember when you buy a rotisserie chicken and it come in a plastic container with a plastic lid? Now they come in a bag. Not a problem. Not a problem. But what I'm talking about is that the chickens are literally half the size. I have not seen a big chicken come from Walmart, at least our Walmart, in 6 months. Like, I mean, they're literally, I have quail. I have fucking quail that dress out as big as these chickens from Walmart. So you might want to look, like just be aware of it. If you need it in a hurry, Walmart, cool. But if you have Sam's Club or if you have a Sam's Club or Costco card, the rotisserie chickens there are much better than Walmart chickens. Inflation chicken, absolutely. Everything is crazy right now. Just wish they came with a Glock. No, just hung around the house. I like gangster rap when I'm on my way to get my adult Happy Meal. What's your favorite choice of music? Okay, we read that. Mini-Me chickens. They absolutely are, man. I have chickens, right? I killed one of those Cornish cross yesterday. 14 pounds. 14 pounds. That's what Magnus had for lunch yesterday. Do you have any words of advice for someone who is struggling with addiction with playing video games? I have a friend who is seriously addicted in playing League of Legends every day for 8 hours. Let him go, buddy. Let him go. If it was you and you were struggling with it, I would tell you to get rid of the video game. Literally, I know that I should not eat donuts, so I'll eat donuts for a few days, a week, whatever, and then I take all of that shit and anything like that, and I throw it away. I literally take it and throw it away. I have ice cream in the freezer right now. I haven't eaten ice cream in probably 6 months. I have no desire to eat it. What I find when I like pastries, and when the pastries are gone, the craving for the pastries stops. So my rule is if I really want the pastry or something that I know I shouldn't be putting in my face, I have to drive to get it, and I don't bring extra home. Because when it's here, I will eat it. And it's kind of like I could buy a box. I could buy 24 donuts, and I'll just fucking wolf them down the first day. And the second day, they're kind of not as good. And the third day, they're no good. If they sit here, I'm good as long as they're here. I'll never go get more, and I won't eat the shitty ones. But just fucking remove it, man. Remove it. Like you said, this is your friend, right? How much of a friend is it? Like, do we care that he's playing video games? You can't save everybody. You just can't. If he has 8 hours in his life to play fucking video games and his life isn't fucking on point, stay the fuck away from that dude. Like, just stay the fuck away from him. Who cares? Let him fucking waste his time. Are his finances, does he own all his shit? Does he have money to do literally whatever he wants to do? If the answer is yes, let him play all the fucking video games he wants. But you'll hear all these people talking about how they make money playing video games. Really? Most of them don't look like they have any fucking money, so they're probably not making money playing video games. Cold turkey. Mine's Achilles is gummy bears. Did Austin get chickens? Fuck no, Austin didn't get no fucking chickens. I was at Tractor Supply today, and Amanda's like, look, there's a coop. Austin can get a coop. I don't believe that they really want chickens. I think she likes having the idea of having chickens, and Austin is of the belief that he will somehow have to take care of the chickens. I don't really know. I gave my 2 cents, and I think that for Austin to have a healthy relationship, and for him and I to have a healthy business relationship, I need to stay out of Austin's deal between him and his wife. Like Austin, that's Austin's house. However Austin wants to run the house, however she wants to run the house, awesome. I just need to keep my 2 cents out of it. My addicted friend financially broke. He plays video games in his parents' house. Anything he buys is on credit. Stay the fuck away from that dude, Yogi. Why is he your friend? That's what you need to evaluate. You need some better friends. Like, what does friend mean? For most people nowadays, well, my friend said this, my friend did this, my friend was here, right? And when we really unravel and unpack that, well, what is your friend, right? When's the last time you saw your friend face to face? What's the last thing you did with your friend, right? Pierre is my friend. When I am in his town, I always hit him up. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm at work. I'm going to come by and say hi, right? Or, hey, I'm sitting down at Morton's. Why don't you run over here? When's your lunch break? I'll fucking meet you over there. That's my friend. When Pierre, hey, what are you doing Thursday? I don't know. What's up? I'm coming to town. Well, then I'm hanging out with you, right? That's Pierre. But other people, when you really, I'll call people my friend, but when's the last time you saw your friend, right? Does your friend have, there's a difference between talking to people online and people that actually have the number that fucking texts this thing, right? I don't really use, my voicemail on my phone has been full since the day I came home from prison. So that was in 2005. This voicemail's been full since 2005. Anybody that says they've called me, nobody's fucking called me. I don't answer the phone. It doesn't even ring in the building. Like, I have no cellular service in this building here. But there's a difference between people that I communicate with online and people that actually have your phone number. Bob Lester, he could have my phone number. Bob Lester knows the name of my children. I know his kids. I've met his wife. We've spent time together. We've sat down at tables and had meals. I know Bob. So what is your friend, and why is this person your friend? I'm not friends with fucking anybody that I went to high school with. I mean, no one. I have 2 people from high school that I communicate with that if they're like, hey, I'm coming to Nashville, I would actually drive in and have dinner with them, right? We ain't gonna go fucking hang out all day. I ain't going to the zoo with them. Those are like, I'm fucking 50, and when we hung out in high school doing dumb shit, it hasn't been important enough for you to come fucking see me, and it's definitely not important enough for me to go see them. So let's define the definition of friend. Calls with Wi-Fi. Yeah, I intentionally didn't turn it on. I don't talk on the phone. I don't, and if I made it so my phone rang, I would get robot callers all fucking day long. Only way I get calls. Do your chest rigs accept 40 round PMags? Yes, some of them will. Yes. So the stacked mags will. You just have to run longer bungee cord on them. And the AKM4 micros will, because they have plenty of adjustment in the lids. Yes, they will hold 40 round 5.56 mags. When it comes to buying a kerosene heater, which would you recommend? Good to Go Realty. I don't think you have a lot of options nowadays. They're all pretty much the same. Sunglow is great. Sun is great, and if you look at them, they're really the same thing. Do you want a cool looking black one, or do you want a white one? Round heater puts heat out all around. The rectangle ones push heat in one direction, so that might be a deciding factor for you. I've never even owned a square one. I own the round ones, and they work wonderfully. I've had round ones where the wicks just kind of smoke a little. I think for $5 is what a replacement wick costs. I've never replaced a wick in a kerosene heater and had it not smoke a little. So even putting brand new wicks and fucking with them and adjusting them, I just buy a brand new $139 heater because that's what they cost when I need one. But I mean, I'll bet I have 12 of them brand new in boxes right now. Every year, I buy a couple kerosene heaters and a couple buddy heaters. I'll bet you I could probably show you 20 big buddy heaters brand new in boxes. Because we always have dudes move here. And inevitably the power will go out or something will happen, right? So I want to make sure when the potential for the power to go out in their house, I want to make sure that they and their families are warm. So we always have those conversations. And when I have dudes that are around me and look like they're going to last somewhat, I just get them things. Like Jaeger always said, I give people things for Christmas that they should have that they won't buy themselves. So that's kind of how I look at those things. Propane is super, super convenient and portable, but it's the most expensive fuel to heat with. But those 1 pound bottles are super, super convenient, and you can just buy them. They used to be a 3-pack for like $10. Now it's $10, 11, $12 for a 2-pack. But that's still convenient. You can also get a bulk adapter to run barbecue tanks with. Kerosene is super convenient as well, but it is a liquid fuel. I always take the heater into a garage and then have the fuel tank, and I use just a bulb pump, and it's very easy to transfers quickly. And then it'll start a siphon, so if you have it just elevated on, a cinder block or something next to it, it'll fill just fine. But yeah, just look. I would go local if you want to see them. I'd go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, Fleet Farm, Farm Fleet, whatever. Your co-op maybe, Rural King, and just buy whatever they have. You're not going to go wrong with anything. I wish I would have bought a kerosene heater when we had an apartment without a working heater. We would wear jackets and could see our breath. Derek, that's fucking pretty nuts, man. That's pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts. Did you not have electricity? Like what was that situation? Because we have these little, I don't know if this is going to die when I go back here. We'll go back here for a second. We have these little heaters, and they used to be DeLorme. I think General Electric makes them too. Where is this? Right here. Honeywell. These come from Walmart. They're like 35 bucks. They have a switch in them, so if you tilt them, they turn off. And it's got 3 high, medium, low. And then it has this thermostat on it also. You could cook a bedroom that's like 14 by 14 feet. This thing would have you fucking opening the windows and taking all your clothes off. It's so hot. So if you have electricity, that's a great way to heat if you have electricity. Now, I wouldn't want to push that heat with a generator. If it comes time to electricity's off, we need to make heat. I'd rather use, some other type of fuel than electricity. The radiator style electric heaters are awesome. Wood stove. Yes, Bob, top notch. I need to see him here in North Carolina. I wish I would have bought argon in a coil. Clave, did you see the radio boxes that Evan Dixon from Radio Made Easy made for us after the conversation you were part of last month? Right on. Clave. Who is Clave? I have many propane heaters. Is Clave the surgical instrument dude? Round kerosene heater is the best, Clave says. Is it an acquaintance you would like to be closer with, that you should know why you want him in your life, actual friend that has an effect on your life? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Anything analog will survive, EMP will not. I just got a new iPad. Been looking everywhere for a sleeve. Stuck on your iPad with OtterBox sleeve. Any chance you'll do a run? Anthony, I'm holding a iPad Pro in my hands with an OtterBox right now. And the last sleeves we made fit this. Now this iPad is probably 3 years old, so I'm not sure size-wise. Let's see. Diagonal. I don't know what size iPad you have. Diagonal, this thing is 15 inches with the case on. I have some cool instruments I found for you, John. Right on. Okay, I know who you are. That's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for, do you have some shit for me? I was looking for, who am I speaking to? The heater was disgusting. It would blow out animal hair. Not sure what it was. Place was cold and moldy. Good that I'm out of those days of struggle. Absolutely, man. That's our old shop. Our old shop had mice and mold and spider webs all through it. Like right now, even when I go into the old shop, I carry a big stick and just kind of move it around in front of me because there's cobwebs all over the place. I think I have read all of these. Thanks for all the content. I'll listen tomorrow while working. Matt Robinson, right on, man. I am happy to provide information and content or entertainment, whatever it is. I feed off of you guys. So when you guys ask questions, it gives me something to talk about. I can walk around in circles just fine, but with this in my hand, I can't walk around in circles and get anything done. So I don't ever mind doing this as long as it adds value to somebody. So we'll be shooting some video content tomorrow. We'll be shooting a lot of stuff this week. We have a lot of content. We've been putting a lot of shorts up, a lot of YouTube shorts, because that's what's spurring the algorithms now is YouTube shorts. They've decided they want to compete with TikTok and Instagram. So I also put a lot of stuff up. If you're on Instagram, I put stuff up in stories, and stories only stay there, I think, 24 hours. It seems like it's even less now. So if you follow on Instagram, I do put content up almost every day, but there's a lot of stuff I put up only on stories. So if you want to see what's going on, like we've been doing these, I've got these antique mouse traps, and I've been using 5-gallon buckets and stuff, and I catch a dozen mice every day, and then I feed them to the chickens, and the chickens play tug of war and rip them apart, right? That shit's on stories. You won't see it on the main page. If you go look for it, it's not there. It's only there for 24 hours. Which is smart. Which is smart, because if you have somebody that you feel adds value or somebody that really you think is funny, it makes you go back and it makes you stay on their platform. I understand why they do it. Shorts bring in major views. 10,000 on a short the other day. Buffering. Entertain, educate, equip. Bob Lester, I'm in. Reels, yeah, Reels, same thing. Well, but the Reels actually stay there. The Reels can be longer. But like when I'm on the treadmill, almost every morning I post when I'm ending on the treadmill, I post, a 10-second clip. I don't put that in Reels. I just put that on stories. Who's interested in an HF radio check-in once a month? That'd be cool. Does Baofeng have an HF radio, Bob? I have some 817Ds, which are, QRP low power radios, but they do HF. Eric Olson. Online, it shows the Spent Mag pouch is the modular version. What's the best way to mount this to your belt? Do I need to buy something to attach it? Or does it have... Okay, so I had some dead orders. We had a box, a big-ass box, and it had been duplicated. So I think there was 2 black modular Spent Mags. I think there was some Spent, I think there was some subloads in there maybe, and a bunch of black CQB and Patrol mag pouches. And I put all that shit back in inventory. That's what you're seeing. So all the Spent Mags, the answer is the Spent Mag comes with a hanger that attaches it to your belt, and it comes with a leg strap. It also has pals on the back of it, so you can mount it to other modular gear should you want to do that. Do you have a Roomba account? Like for the vacuum, I don't. I have a couple of those robot vacuums, but I don't have an account for it. Or is Roomba something else that I'm not aware of? Rumble. Yeah, I'm on Rumble. Yep. Every video for the last couple weeks, every video we post to YouTube posts up on Rumble. We do. And you guys, maybe you're not aware, I think you get paid for watching Rumble videos. Just like there's some crypto attached to it in some manner. And the cool thing with Rumble is, like, they banned Dan Bongino, they've banned a lot of people. And when they go to Rumble, Tate said the same thing. When they went to Rumble, within like 2 weeks, their accounts were fucking 4 times what they were on YouTube, because YouTube super suppresses and throttles you back. Yesu HF, good, right on. I make decent money at day job, and I'm getting $800 to $1,000 a month doing side work. How would you prioritize finding a new side hustle versus just doing extra work in your profession? Well, I mean, will they pay you in your profession? Can you do extra work versus how much extra work do you have to do at work to make the money you do on your side hustle? Are you a fucking loser, right? Are you a fucking slacker? When you tell your job, hey, I'm leaving in 2 weeks, are they going to offer you 20% more? Or are they going to let you go? That'll tell you which one you are. If you're not important enough at your job for them to keep you, you're probably not going to make it on your own either. Now, I could be completely wrong. If you burn them fucking boats, go in there, pull your pants down, take a shit on your boss's desk, right? You're never going back to that job. Are you going to go home and be sad and worried? Watch some television, maybe have a couple beers? Or are you going to fucking start hustling and figure out before you go to bed what you're fucking doing tomorrow? Do you have a fucking kill list, right? You have 10 things on your list, 10 potential customers that you're going to go face to face with. You're not going to take the fucking word no. And even if they tell you no, you're going to walk out and do whatever the task is that you do for them for free. And then you're going to show it to them, right? Okay, I understand you told me that you didn't want this service. I did it for you for free. Will you please come look at it? And will you refer one friend to me? You don't have to pay me for this, right? Is that you? Which one of those are you? Because I talk to people all day long that tell me they want to run companies, tell me that they don't want to be employees, right? But that's not the case. That's not the case. 99% of the population are employees, and most of them aren't good employees. Dudes that want to run businesses, they fucking run businesses. So which one are you? 100 hours a week, get the fuck out. Yeah. That's just it, right? Dudes are like, I'm tired of working 9 to 5. I want to just, make the same amount of money and work less. That's not how it works, man. When I rented my first shop in Oceanside, the first shop that wasn't in my mom's garage, I got in my K5 Blazer and drove there the first time. And just as I pulled up, I ran out of gas. I didn't have money to fucking buy gas to even get home. I didn't have money to buy a gas can to put gas in to bring it back to the truck. I slept on the floor in the shop on some fucking isomats for fucking 30 days. I traded Marines who were coming back from the field single MREs for gear, and that's what I ate. I ate fucking MREs for 30 fucking days. And and I didn't have, when we rented the shop, I didn't have next month's rent. I didn't have next month's electric. I didn't have anything. But I had no fucking choice but to make it fucking work. I get clients from conversations or helping others find crap in an automotive store. Someone always needs something. Absolutely. And that's it, right? Can you go and talk to people? Do you get any woman you want? Because it's just numbers. Like, you might not get the right woman, but you're going to get a lot of them. Literally, you could just say the crudest shit, and 1 out of 10 is going to be like, yeah, I'm down for that. So imagine if you throttled the bullshit back a little and actually said something relative. Maybe you could bump that number to 3 out of 10, right? So what if it's somebody who's going to give you money? Do you have the ability to just speak to people? Saying this is an addition to full-time gig, all WFH, all, I don't know what that is, which is great. I know I could be doing more, just trying to figure out what's next. Mine is 12 foot. I measured it with the cover. Oh, you mean 12 inches. Yeah, I don't have like a 12-inch iPad case. I've got this one. That's the only one. And I don't have any of those right now either. If you would like us to build you one, I will not make a new size one. If you would like one that fits this 15-inch iPad, we could discuss that. Software developers, side hustle, pages for jobs. Yeah, there's fucking, it's networking, man. Go where people need people, right? You wanna fucking hang out with dudes with a lot of money? Go where there's dudes with a lot of money. Go to conventions, go to fucking Rotary clubs, go to, fucking Chamber of Commerce in a real city, not some little bullshit city. $1.90 a minute. What does that equal, Bob Lester? Tell them, what's $1.90 a minute mean? If you want to make $120,000 a year, you got to do the work and get there far before that happens. Yeah, if like you want to make $1 million a year, you better shoot for $3 million because you're always going to fall short. So if your target's 3, you might be able to achieve $1 million. And I'm talking to just normal dudes, right? Because mostly normal dudes, they just get around some dudes that are doing some shit or somehow have access because of the internet. Most dudes aren't going to do it. They're just not. Because if they were going to, they would be doing it. Million a year, $1.90 a minute. And is that $1.90 a minute, Bob, for an 8-hour day? Or is that $1.90 a minute for 24 motherfucking hours a day? Hometown drove around with a stolen yard sign that said "Man with truck for hire." Made $60,000 a year with a $2 Sharpie. But Aaron, I'm with you, man. I am with you. I did $960,000 the first year I was home while on federal probation, working 3 jobs, 80 hours a week. 3 pizza delivery jobs, 80 hours a week. And in addition to that, made $900,000 some dollars out of my mom's garage with 2 rented sewing machines. Evan Dixon, you're late, motherfucker. We've been talking about you the last hour. Every minute you breathe. See, that's the difference, guys. Because when Bob said $1.99 a minute, most people listening to this heard 9 to 5. That's what I've always said, Aaron Meyer. I could fucking go to prison, come home. You could dump me in fucking New York Park fucking naked. Within fucking 15 minutes, I'm going to have some clothes. Within a couple hours, I'm going to have a fucking bicycle. By the end of the week, I'm going to have a fucking car and a place to live. By the end of the year, I'm going to have made $1 million. If I have to steal fucking palm trees off of front porches and hoses and garden gnomes and take them to other cities and sell them, I don't care what I have to do. But I'm going to fucking do it. And I've demonstrated it fucking multiple times over and over. What can you sell people so we can have a monthly HF radio check-in? Taught from birth to find entertainment in people succeeding while we remain stagnant drinking beer. Absolutely, man. It's bread and circuses, right? Amusement. The rawest form of the word amusement translates to the words no thought. That's what entertainment is. If you add value long enough, people will have no problem paying you for value. So what is the value? It's easier once you start. People my age don't understand. A high school dropout can make $350,000 a year with their dad's old welder. Absolutely. And 350 is lowball, man. You know that. I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade. Own a business is never done. Absolutely, Greg. I own a business. What time is it right now? 10 o'clock on Sunday night? What am I doing right now? I'm doing business. Yeah, your day doesn't stop. When I get off of here in a couple minutes, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to have this phone. I'm going to check all my social media and I'm going to interact with the people that were kind enough to comment on my social media today in the last couple hours that I haven't already. And I'm going to open this computer right here. I looked at these emails just before I got online here. So while I've been online, these are the orders that have come through. There's Josh Ellis right there, or Joshua White. These are the orders that have come through since I started this video right here. There's a couple in here. 8 o'clock, 8:21. What time did I start? Right about 9. So right here, these are the orders that have come through since I've been live here. When I do these videos, people who are not commenting and interacting typically place orders. When I don't do one of these videos, it's a couple $1,000, $3,000 less that I don't make, that doesn't come through the business. That money never comes back the next day. When I miss $3,000 today, if we don't send an email or text or social media posts, the sales go flat. And then when I post them tomorrow, that money never comes back. That money never comes back, ever. Medi, what's up? Wish they taught me load charts for aircraft in high school instead of algebra. Even pilots don't use algebra. Working capital is king. Do most people who succeed like you have the same passion? I don't know. I know some guys, I think you have to. I think you have to. It's definitely easier when you like what you do. I know some guys that run some companies that seem to be failing right now. Guys kind of in our industry. And they're constantly, when you get next to them, you want to fucking be the fuck away from them. They're just complaining. They're always looking for the reason that something's not working for them. And the truth is, they're the reason. They are the reason that shit's not working for them. Nobody's going to do your job like you do your job. Code expires at midnight. I like that you have conversation with your clients. We do, because I want my clients to start a business. I want my clients to interact. I want to see them do well. Evan Dixon has been a client, a customer, and now an actual friend for many years. We have many mutual friends that I've been friends with for a long fucking time. And Evan came to me, he stood right here, right fucking here, and I was standing right here. And he's like, I have this idea for a business. What is it? And he told me, I go, you probably won't fucking do it. I go, that's a fucking great idea. You probably won't do it. And I say that because most people don't do it. I didn't believe he wouldn't. I did it as a, oh yeah, fuck you, I'll show you. I wanted to spur him into action, and he did. And he's done it in a pretty fucking big way. I want Evan to do well because I want Evan to have a lot of fucking customers that are not my clients. I want him to go other places that I'm not going. And he's going to hand out my business card with every fucking box he ships out. It's going to have an SOE business card. And every order I ship out is going to have one of it's going to have one of his business cards, Radio Made Easy, in it. And we're going to commingle, and we're going to grow our customer base. We're going to bring new blood in, people who might not know about me. Evan's going to touch guys that are just fucking weirdo radio guys that aren't tactical guys. But we make radio pouches. I want to see my customers do well. When my customers do well, the fuck am I hearing? When my customers do well, they have more money, they buy more of my product, but more importantly, the ones that we become friends with, they're in a position where we can do fun shit together. Every Go box has a mesh pocket in the lid. Well, Evan, we need to discuss that then. The gene pool is polluted. I like that name. I'm going to open an online adult shop selling used items from OnlyFans celebrities. That sounds like a fucking awesome idea, right? Especially if you could get a video, right? With that butt plug or that dildo, if she would actually do a video that says, hey, this guy, this is legit, this was actually in my butthole, you could probably sell that for a lot of money, right? You do something she's not willing to do. Most of those girls, not all of them, a lot of those girls get free toys. Adam and Eve sponsors Dumb Blonde, right? Dumb Blonde, who is that? That's Jelly Roll's wife. She's got a huge fucking podcast. I know some guys that fucking film her podcast and shoot some video footage for her. She's making a ton of fucking money. Adam and Eve is one of her main fucking sponsors. Baofeng can fit nearly anywhere. Absolutely it can. Looking to get a technician license. Have to check out Radio Made Easy and see what's up. Stop waiting. Do your study guide. Tonight, as soon as I end this video, put in free online ham study guide. Take the online test. It will show you the answers. You'll go through them. The answers that you get wrong, it will give you the right answer. There's like 3 or 4 pools of questions. All you got to do is memorize them. You don't even have to fucking know it. You just got to know what the right answer is. Complete every task with purpose. Do everything you do as though it's important. If it's not important enough for you to do it in that manner, you don't have fucking time to be doing it. How you view what you do affects how you do what you do. If you don't believe it's important, you're never going to do it in an important manner. I can wash the dishes. Literally, I can come in this fucking commercial, in this kitchen here, and wash the dishes. And we'll do a video of me doing the dishes that when you're fucking done watching me do the dishes, it'll be like the fucking Rocky fucking movie where he's running up the steps, right? At the museum. You'll get chills while you watch me do the dishes. Anything I do, I can do in a manner that it's the most important fucking thing that I'm doing right then. And you'll watch that video of me doing the dishes over and over. If you can't operate in that manner, then I feel sorry for you. The book. You don't need the book. Go online like I just fucking told you to and fucking do the test online. You don't need the book. There's literally, it'll take you 5 minutes to take the entire fucking test. And then it'll tell you, hey, you're kind of dumb. You need a lot more fucking time. Or, hey, you're almost ready to go. Study for another week or two. Take the test a few more times. Or, hey, you're going to fucking totally smoke this test. You're ready. Take the test now. Passion is the driving force to keep on doing the damn thing. By the way, code expires. Most people succeed like you have the same passion. So it's energy, right? It's energy. How do you have energy? Number one, how do you focus the energy? What is your drive? Is your drive that you want to help a lot of people? Is your drive that you want a Ferrari, right? I don't care what the drive is. I don't want motherfuckers around me with bad energy. And it sounds silly. I would hear people when I was younger, right? But they didn't explain it. The energy's not right. They vibrate at a different level, right? You would hear people say this, but it never made sense. And you just thought it was like some woo-woo crystal rubbing shit. As soon as you realize this, as soon as you fucking understand it, it all makes sense. And it literally will change your life. Just a simple, you don't say, I can't afford this. You ask yourself, how can I afford this? It's literally the toggle. It's the day that your life will change. It is that simple. Stay away from negative fucking people and only be around people that are going to win. Stop hanging out with losers. You hang around with dumb people doing dumb things, you're going to be dumb. You want to hang around with motherfuckers that are such fucking winners that you can't help but fucking win. Just by being in the room with them, you're going to pick up some crumbs that help you win. A friend of mine just had a bunch of guys out to speak. He has a deal called Vertical Union, right? It's in Salt Lake City. It's $4,800 to just go to the VIP party, right? $4,800 because they didn't want a bunch of people at the party. There's, I don't know, maybe 100 people, right? And what he said was, I understand that a lot of people that are going to attend this seminar, lecture, whatever you want to call it, right? A lot of people that are going to attend can't afford $4,800. That's on purpose. The venue is small. It's in my friend's hangar, his aircraft hangar in Salt Lake City. But if you can't figure out how to make $4,800 by being around these people for a couple of hours, then you don't fucking belong there. And that's how this is. That's what we're talking about right now. Private air travel worth every fucking penny. People don't understand it, Bob. They don't fucking understand it. It's like having a chef. When you have a chef, right? I don't know what a chef costs for you where you're at and what a chef looks like for you. But you can't afford not to have a chef. You cannot afford not to have a dude that preps your fucking meals, looks out for you, builds a menu, shops, goes to fucking multiple butcher shops to get the freshest fucking cuts of meat for you, and then does your menu. When you have a chef, a proper chef, it will ruin going out to dinner for you. You will literally go out to the most expensive fucking restaurants that you can go to, and you'll be like, this is some bullshit. My fucking lunch every day is better than this shit. You cannot afford not to have a chef. My wife does that for me. You are very lucky, Cody. I'm sure it's reciprocal. I'm sure she does plenty for you, and it's a circle, man. I'm sure it fucking comes both ways. Worked for a real chef once. Employee meals were absolutely they are. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Thanks for spending your time on Sunday night with me. You guys could have been doing anything tonight, and you were here. Thank you. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. People can't understand that parking valet is worth the money, and that's only $20. Absolutely, and it's 20 bucks, right? But if it's someplace I frequent, I always give them $100 because they remember you. When I pull up in a fucking Toyota truck or an old Suburban, the valet guys where I fucking go move the Lamborghini and park my fucking truck right there. Whether it's a Porsche, it's a Range Rover, whatever it is. When I pull up, they always fucking, there'll be 10 dudes in line and they'll come get my shit first. Every fucking time. I know a lot of you guys on here. 48 of you, right? You guys have a great night.